Hi, today I'm going to discuss why a house might not be selling in a hot market. Stay tuned because at the end of the video, I'll share a list of tips and tricks when selling a home. You won't want to miss it. Stay tuned. I'm Kristin Stampini with StampTV and thanks for tuning in today. So let's get started. Even when you're trying your hardest and the market is hot, sometimes a house just doesn't sell no matter how experienced you are in the real estate market. This may actually happen to you. You still have a chance of selling a home, but you have to know why buyers aren't biting. What do? How to tell if a house isn't selling in a hot market, basically. First of all, how many showings are you having? We don't pick the price. The buyers do on how much they're going to pay for your home, and then what we do to market it to get the most exposure. In theory, a house should sell as soon as you put it on the market, maybe even above asking price if you make sure you list it at the right price. Sometimes instead of pulling in higher offers, you may find yourself with a house that is not selling. Maybe potential buyers have viewed the home either online or in person, but no offers have actually been coming in. If you've listed your home and 6 showings go without any contract at all, you may have to reevaluate a few things before exploring the reasons a home isn't selling. Consider getting feedback from the viewers, which should be provided to you. Also, you can do open houses and get feedback as well, and brokers open. How did they find the listing online? We need to ask them where they found it and if they think a price is fair, what they liked and disliked about the home, and potential buyers and others who have seen the home can guide your strategy for selling a home. If you don't get a clear answer through those feedback, you're going to have to dive in deeper with your real estate agent to see why the house is not selling. Are you getting the exposure needed? Why a listing isn't closing? There are basically 3 primary factors to deal with that impact whether or not a home you've listed will sell. Luckily, you can control some of the factors in some way. Once you have a better understanding of what determines whether or not a house will sell quickly in a hot market, you can get back on track possibly with selling the home. Real estate agents work with home sellers to navigate these obstacles and ensure the house sells as best as they can. But remember, not all agents are the same. The price isn't right sometimes. The price of a home can be a draw, or it can actually be the reason why the home isn't selling. Real estate agents must balance between a price that's too low or too high. Navigating a price is challenging when you have to consider what the homeowner wants and the actual current market. When a home isn't selling, even in a hot market, you may have a problem with your pricing. I know homeowners don't want to hear that, but it is true. Too low, while most lower prices should drive competition and bring in offers over asking price, which happens all the time. Some reduced cost deter potential buyers, and they may assume that the home needs plenty of repairs, and maybe it does. A real estate agent and a homeowner should agree on the price that reflects the home's condition and meets the owner's needs. But if the price is too low, you may never see a higher offer or any offer at all. Usually when a lower price, it pushes to go over asking price. Sometimes, the first 3 weeks on the market are the most important 3 weeks. And a lot of the time, the sellers want to overprice to see if they can get multiple offers, which usually doesn't happen. And then they actually end up getting lower than they should have because it's staying on the market too long. You may be out of a potential buyer's budget. That's another reason. Or they may feel too intimidated to come in under asking price when actually that's what the home is. There's so many different factors to look at. Homeowners want to make a lot of their homes. Real estate agents have to be realistic and homeowners have to be realistic. Finding the balance between asking price that's too low or too high helps you sell in a hot market. Real estate agents must work with clients and sellers to navigate the pricing and explain if the profit you're hoping to turn in is actually unrealistic or realistic. That's what we want to look at more, is what is your net profit? Instead of setting a price based on what you'd like to form as an offer, consider other factors. What are you actually going to net in your pocket? We got to look at the comps in the area, the location of your home. Is it a waterfront home or is it in a community of a waterfront home, but it's actually not a waterfront home? What is the view? What is the condition of the home and what's the layout of the home? When is the last time a home sold in your exact layout? That is what you have to look at. And that's really more realistic. And then again, we don't drive the price. The actual buyers do. And then we just need, as real estate agent, as we are not all the same, you have to make sure that you have a marketing plan. And that's what we do. We put together a full marketing plan for each one of our sellers. You want to make sure that the condition and also doesn't need any staging at all. Staging can sometimes do wonders for a home and sell at 2 to 3% higher. Potentially. Be careful not to overprice because again, it drives the actual offers that are coming in lower than they should. How much work went into the home? If the homeowner had renovations done recently, a lot of homeowners think that they should get above what they put into the home, and that's not always the case. Kitchens and bathrooms do return quite a bit back on their home, but not necessarily floors, painting, roof, things like that. Might not. Same with pools. You know, a lot of the time pools don't pull in what you paid for a pool. There's so many different factors. You know, are you in a good school district? Is this a home that's selling to families? Are you nearby heavy trafficked roads? A great community that sells well, but you're back to traffic. You back up to traffic. Be sure to look at all the different areas. When you're selling your home, make sure that you're looking at all the different scenarios. Look at different things to sell your home, and then every 2 weeks, you want to look at how many showings you have and how many offers are actually coming in. You know, real estate agents must explain and communicate to you what a hot market means, but also making sure setting the asking price is quite realistic. And if it needs work, it seems like home buyers take $5,000, they add a lot of $5,000s to something that might really only cost them $2,000. Absolutely want to realize what type of things need to be fixed up in the home. And remember, these prices shouldn't be too high or too low. And, you know, the more experienced the realtor is definitely going to help you with that. If it's way overpriced, you're not going to get any showings at all. Okay, so if you say, oh my gosh, this realtor isn't doing anything, that's not necessarily true. That means that the market is saying, wow, your price is so high that we're not even going to look at it. And then you want to look at also things that have been expired. What were the price points? What was the layout of the home? What did the home look like? You also want to look at canceled listings. And then of course sold and what is on the market. Now remember, the things that are on the market aren't necessarily selling, because a seller can price anything at whatever they want. So they can price it $50,000 over what any last property sold for. You want to look at actually what's selling, but also what is on the market as well. Not to really compare what your price is necessarily worth, but what your competition is when selling your home. Making sure, like I said, that there's a marketing plan, professional photography, possibly that you might need to look at some simple staging or depending on what your goals are. You have to share your goals with your real estate agent, but make sure that everything that I'm talking about here today, you're thinking about. Number one, we want to make sure that you have the exposure. Real estate agent, especially if they sell quite a few homes, they actually can do a lot more than just putting it on the MLS. And that's what you want. You want a real estate agent that actually tells you what their goals are when selling your home is and what type of marketing plan they have. Number two is, where's your home located? Make sure that you're looking at where your home is located and what type of upgrades that you need and what is your structure, layout, and views. Because like I said, and where is it at in the community? Do you back up to any main roads? Sellers always want things that are high, and we always want to get you the highest price. Actually, our team sells homes on average for 2.7% more than our average local realtor. If you think about that, that's quite a bit on a $500,000 home. We'll tend to get just about $12,500 more than your average local realtor. Also, you got to look at the different things that have to be done, and pricing it right compared to the condition, location, and what else is selling in the community is very important. If it is priced right, a lot of the times we can get multiple offers, and actually putting it on the market before it actually goes on the market, like a coming soon, really gets people eager to want to see the home. We have all sorts of strategies to do that as well. I hope today that you actually learned a few things of what to do when selling your home. Also, you want to make sure that you do things like possibly touching up the paint, making sure it's really, really clean, that it's organized and decluttered. Those are just some of the things that you want to look at, but we can help you or guide you to the people that you need to talk to as well. Good luck with selling your home, and thank you for tuning in to StampTV. I'm Kristin Stampini. We have a new episode every single Tuesday. Please join me. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, click on that bell, and comment. I'd love to get you a list of things of what to do and to sell your home fast and for top dollar. Just comment below and I'll get that to you right away. Thanks.